I can still remember the first time I read the Good News translation of Jesus Calls the Disciples, in that it's translated, "Come with me." And previously, of course, it had always been, "Follow me." Jesus says, "Come with me." And so following for me means coming with Jesus, travelling with Jesus. God is a travelling God, and he invites us on a journey with him.
We've wanted to be trusty and true.
If you look at some of the teaching of Jesus, particularly in John's Gospel, how do we walk with Jesus? Where do we find Jesus? We find Jesus in the least of these, his brothers and sisters, in the people we serve, but particularly with those who are called to share the journey with, because they're the gift of God to us to help us to discover the stuff in us of him that's still yet to be formed, the bits where we're not quite like him to the degree that God would want us to be yet. Most of my Christian life and ministry has been in the context of a group of people as we work together. It's together we have the mind of Christ. And that just doesn't mean in terms of making decisions. It means that we're the expression of God together. How will the world know the truth of the resurrection? Jesus says it's in the unity that we have for one another. Not that we're all the same, that we're relying on one another, that we've got a common destiny, that we know each other's strengths and weaknesses. I think that's been one of the great strengths of Fusion, that there is this sense of solidarity, of us being together. By this shall all men know that you're my disciples, by your love one for another.
We never want.
God takes us in places where we wouldn't expect to go. And I'm sure the disciples, when they were walking with Jesus, had some unexpected experiences. And certainly that's been true for me in my own personal life. Most of my life I've lived in Fusion, and the path that I've trod is not the one that I expected I'd be treading. So I think as I look back on the life of Fusion all the time that I've been in it, it's been our attempt to walk with Jesus, and that's taken us into some places where we probably wouldn't have chosen to go or expected to go. There've been some amazing surprises in all of that, and some hard moments. But underneath it all, I think there's been a growing awareness of God's love for us, and being able to demonstrate that, live it, be it in a deeper and a profounder way as the journeys continue.
'Cause we can't take back what is done, what is past. So let us start from here. Is not all you desire, then come.
I mean, that's part of the exciting thing for me coming to conference. I love hearing the reports and seeing the different ways in which people have, where travelling with Jesus has, where it's taken us. Because the heart of what we do, in my view, is back in local centres, and I think of the faithful ministries that have been going on, touching thousands of kids and families and communities. This faithful life of discipleship, trying to live out the values of Jesus? How can I reaffirm my desire to walk with him and to be strengthened in that, to gain encouragement from one another, to give others encouragement, and together to try and discern, look at the terrain, look at where we're heading and work out how we might get there.
Come along, come with me, then let go. Come however you are, just come alone, come so carefully close. Come however you are, just come with sorrows and songs. Come however you are, just come along, come let yourself be wrong. Come however you
As a bushwalker, follow's not a good word, because it's kind of like, how can I keep up sort of stuff. And it's not like that. And that's often why I like travelling in the parts of the bush where there isn't a track, because you're finding your own way and you've got to kind of be in tune with what's going on in the landscape and in your party and the direction you're going on, and you've got to sort of pick your way. And it's almost as if, I think that's what, for us in this last 12 months, picking our way, sensing where God is calling us to, following that, walking with him as he's gone ahead of us. You can't make a straight path when you're going through the bush. You never know what's going to happen, but you can get a general direction, and so staying in touch with God and with one another to work out what's the way forward. So that's what I hope I'm going to discover and we're going to discover as we look at this theme of follow.